Welcome back. Your eyes do not deceive you. It is Robert's Arsenal here with a bit of Boom Beach after a rather long hiatus. I did go away for about, 3 months or so, almost since my last episode. I did go away on holidays for about 2 or so weeks, and then unfortunately, on the very last day of my cruise to New Zealand, I caught a very bad bug. Interestingly enough, the second time around the cruise came back from New Zealand, about 2 weeks later, it was all over the news in Australia for a flu outbreak. But unfortunately, I didn't have a flu. It was like a really bad bacterial infection, so it's not typically what you get on cruises, but unfortunately I was just way too out of it mentally. I wasn't coughing too much or anything like that with a chest infection, but it was just, I was very almost delirious. It was not fun at all. Very mentally confused, so I was not able to record any videos. In the meantime though, I've barely been playing, not Dr. T, but Boom Beach. Supposedly Boom Beach is having an update this month as well, so that'll be exciting. But let's go ahead and have a look at my attacks. As you can see, I haven't really been playing all too much. I did destroy Dr. T the other day, but let's go view this battle with all 96, I think it is, of our Zookas. It's been a long time, so I've forgotten everything, but here are all of our Zookas. I could have definitely dropped them down a little bit better, but thankfully there's no real splash damage around to actually hurt my mistake over here on dropping them down. And I flare them all the way to the left of the map and try to get the Zookas to move as much in a straight line as I possibly can without too many curves. And they do fairly well at that. There's a lot of dangerous defenses around. There's mortars as well as a rocket launcher and some laser beams, and they can definitely eat through our Zookas. Thankfully, they didn't do that, and I just flare them right next to that rocket launcher and smoke them there. A little bit worried about that flare due to the fact that it wasn't centered in that smoke, but it seems to have been alright. Then over here, I have about 107 gunboat energy as well, I should mention at the start. Everything will be down below in the description as always. I use 2 shocks. These mortars are just within range, so they do clear out a couple of my Zookas, but all you really need are 2 shocks, especially on those laser beams. The rocket launcher wasn't in range, or our Zookas weren't in range of the rocket launcher, thankfully. So I do fairly well over here. Their headquarters has about 1,400,000 health, so that's definitely quite a bit as well. But our Zookas are mowing everything down, especially these top bits. That's pretty important. So all that we've really got left is a shocker blaster to worry about, and maybe a couple of these mortars, but they should be fairly easy to clear out. Have a bit more gunboat energy, so I'll also clear out some mines and just try to do as much damage as I possibly can, which, to be honest, isn't really all that much. So here we are with the second attack. I'll go ahead and show you guys what we've got boosted. I've got my troop health, just in case. I mean, I'm a little bit rusty at the moment, so you do have to apologize to all these boosts. But we've also got the troop damage masterpiece, as well as the gunboat energy masterpiece boosted. Everything down below in the description as always. Let's go ahead and scout this out first off. Hopefully it won't be taking too long to load up, but very excited for this update because there hasn't really been a proper update in a very, very long time. I mean, that crab update was there, or that crab little one-off event, which was very weird because it's only happened once. And I actually did manage to attack once as well when I was in the city of Dunedin. A very beautiful city, very Scottish. I think it had like a couple of Scottish high-ranking officials that were living there at the time that the city was being built, so it's got a couple of really cool castles and all that stuff. But let's go ahead and get straight into this attack then, shall we? I'm not quite sure how we're going to end up doing, but we definitely are going to have to clear out these mortars, and then a pretty good spot is where that shock blaster is. We've only got this one rocket launcher that's within range as well to worry about. So let's go ahead and drop our flare over here, and then we'll go start dropping some of our Zookas. We only lost a couple of them, so no real problems. Now I'm playing on a very small iPhone as well, so hopefully I don't muck up too much. That could have been very bad. Okay, we haven't really lost too many people. Not as good as it was last time, but that's alright. So yeah, we definitely haven't lost all that many people, so that's always good. So over here, I'll let them stay in this very corner of the map, and I'll get one shock ready, and we'll go shock now because of course there's a bit of a delay. And now Zookas should go ahead and clear out everything. Go ahead and shock again, actually, just to get rid of that shock blaster. I'm going to have to shock those mortars again because they could definitely do quite a bit of damage. Alrighty, it seems like we've got this well and truly down pat. So as long as we get that shock launcher, there we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and reflare all of my guys onto that headquarters. Alright, and what I'm going to have to do is actually go shock that rocket launcher before it gets too many of our guys. And I'm going to have to just keep on shocking that rocket launcher, I think. Not quite sure we're actually going to be able to get this stage. I'm not quite sure if that blind spot's good enough. What I will do though is drop a bunch of critters just to try to distract that rocket launcher. Oh. Alright, now the real question is that blind spot good enough? I think it might just be. You know what? Let's have a look. I think we might have just struck a bit of luck. It's going to take a very long time though of just attacking us, of attacking this, but it should be alright. It definitely will be alright. They're taking their sweet time though. Anyways, I should mention that I'll be definitely back with a lot more videos from now on. I'm feeling very healthy. I've been healthy for about 2 weeks or 3 weeks now, completely alright, but it's just taking a very long time to get alright. It's been about 3 weeks or so, and so as I mentioned, I wasn't really coughing or anything. I didn't have a sore throat or anything that was that bad. It was just more or less just my mental confusion, which was definitely a very unpleasant feeling when you're sick as well. Like, you got to watch out for your head as well. I did have encephalitis once when I was a little kid, about 10 or so years ago, and you get that from a range of things, but I got it from a mosquito. It bit me, and unfortunately that mosquito was diseased. What I'm going to do is throw down a couple of artillery down just to try to get this a little bit quicker. To be honest, you could probably do this in one good attack if you stay around a little bit further to the left, maybe. But anyways, there we go. 2 attacks, fairly simply. I'm glad I got that troop damage boosted and gunboat energy. Troop health probably wasn't all that necessary, but we got there in the end. Definitely took a lot of time, but we're back and ready to rock and roll from now on. There'll be a lot more of these mobile videos on this channel, and I will see you guys again very, very shortly, maybe even later on today.